In the last video, we have seen the medium transmission line using nominal T method. So in that we have seen how to draw the equivalent circuit as well as the phasor diagram. Just to go through that video, then it is easy to do the problem here. So for this nominal T method, so the capacitance will be lumped at the middle and total impedance will be divided into half. So one half is placed at the sending end side and other half is placed at the receiving end side. So the network will be looks like it is a T shape, so we can call it as it is a nominal T method. So you go through this equivalent circuit as well as the phasor diagram. We'll see the problems. A 3-phase 50 Hz overhead transmission line, so it is 100 km long, has the following constants. Resistance per kilometer it is 0.3 ohm and reactance per kilometer it is 1.0 ohm. Susceptance per kilometer 6 into 10 to the power of minus 6 mho. The line voltage at the receiving end is 132 kV. The transmission line delivering 50 megavolt ampere at 0.85 power factor lagging at the receiving end. Calculate the sending end current, sending end line voltage, sending end power factor, transmission efficiency. You have to use a nominal T method. So they have mentioned here you have to use a nominal T method. So first we have to draw the equivalent circuit and we can find out one by one. So first they given it as a resistance per kilometer, they given it as a 0.3 ohm. So we have to find out the total resistance. So for the entire length we have to find out. So they given that line length is it is 100 km long. So here the total resistance per phase is R equal to 0.3 into 100. So it is a 30 ohm. Similarly we have to find out reactance per kilometer they given. So the total reactance is 1.0 into 100. So it is 100 ohm. So total acceptance per phase we have to find out. So they given us per kilometer, they given it as 6 into 10 to the power of minus 6 mho. So we have to multiply into 100. So we are getting the total acceptance. So it is 6 into 10 to the power of minus 4 mho. So now they have given here it is a receiving end voltage, they given it is a 132 kV and we are converting into phase voltage. So it is divided by root 3. So it is V phase will be equal to, here it is line voltage divided by root 3. So we are getting it is 76210 volt. So next we are finding out the load current. So IR equal to, so they given that power they given in it is megavolt ampere. So it is they given it is 50 into 10 to the power of 6 volt ampere divided by your receiving end voltage they given it is a 13 into 132 into 10 to the power of 3. So volt will get cancelled, we'll get the term in terms of amps. So it is 50 into 10 to the power of 6 divided by root 3 into it is 132 into 10 to the power of 3. So we are getting your IR value as a 218.7 amps. And again they given it as a cos phi r, they given it as a 0.85. So from this we can find out what is your sin pi r. So it is a 0.527. Already we know that phasor diagram. So we have taken the VR as a reference here. So here also we are taking VR as a reference. So it is VR at an angle 0. That is VR plus J0. So receiving end voltage they given it is a 7621. We got it as a 76210 plus J0 volt, correct? So load current can be found out by, here it is a IR into it is IR will be equal to IR into e to the power of minus j pi r. Here they are given it is a lagging power factor, it is minus j pi r. So we can write e to the power of minus j pi r, we can write cos pi r minus j sin pi r. So it is IR into cos pi r minus j sin pi r. So your IR value is 218.7 and cos pi r we got it as a 0.85 and sin pi r is it is 0.527. So we are getting it as a load current is 185.9 minus j 115.2 amps. So now total impedance, that is a line impedance, is Z equal to R plus JX. So it is Z equal to, we got it as a R value, it is a 30 and X value we got it as a 100. So it is 30 plus J 100. So we want to find out Z by 2. So it is 30 plus J 100 divided by 2. So we are getting it is 15 plus J 50 ohm. So now next one is voltage across the capacitance we have to find out. So we know that voltage across the capacitance is this point we have to find out. So this point if you want to find out this VR plus this drop, correct? So that is why here it is VR plus that drop is it is IR into it is Z by 2. So we know what is your VR value. VR value it is 76210 plus IR value we got it as a 185.9 minus J 115.2 into it is Z by 2. So Z by 2 we got it as a 15 plus J50. So if you're multiplying here, we'll get the term voltage, that is phase voltage across the capacitances 84758.5 plus J7567. So next one is we have to find out the charging current we have to find out. So the charging current is IC equal to, it is J into susceptance into V, correct? So it is J into, it is Y value they given it as a 6 into 10 to the power of minus 4, and V value we got it as a this value. So if you are multiplying, we are getting the term J into 50.85 minus 4.54. So next, first one, we have to find out the sending end current. So we know the figure here, this is your IS, correct? So IS current is splitted into, it is IC and IR. So the IS will be equal to, here it is IR plus IC. So here that only here written IS equal to IR plus IC. We know what is your receiving end current and what is your capacitance current. So if you are adding here, we are getting it as a 192.4 at an angle minus 19.54. So this is your sending end current. Next one, they are asking to find the sending and line voltage they are asking. So first we will find out the phase voltage, then we can convert into a line voltage. So sending and line voltages set as Vs, correct? So the Vs will be equal to, what is that? This voltage across the capacitance, this V plus this drop, if you are adding, will get what is your Vs. So here Vs will be equal to V plus the drop is Is into it is R by 2 plus X by 2. So the total is Z by 2. So we know what is our V value, and IS value we got it here, it is a 181.36 minus J 64.35, and Z by 2 we know it is 15 plus J 50. So if you are adding here, we are getting it as a 92.04 at an angle 9.8 kilovolt. So this is in phase voltage. So we have to convert into a line voltage. So it is root 3 into it is phase voltage. So it is 159.4 at an angle 9.8 kilovolt. Next one is we have to find out the sending end power factor. So sending end power factor, that is cos pi s equal to, that is a voltage between Vs and the Is. So voltage is here, it is voltage between, this is your Vs at an angle it is 9.8, and here Is it is having an angle minus 19.54. So it is 9.8 minus of minus 19.54. So we are getting it as a cos 29.34, that is a 0.872. So next one is we have to find out the transmission efficiency, that is power delivered divided by power delivered plus line losses, that is PR divided by PS. So the PS we can write it as a PR plus line losses. So P power delivered we know it is 50 into 10 to the power of 3 into it is power factor is 0.85. So divided by power delivered will be 50 into 10 to the power of 3 into 0.85 plus line losses is, it is 3, there is a 3 phase. So it is 3 into IS square R by 2 plus IR square R by 2. So losses we are finding out separately. So IS value know, R value we know, and here IR value also we know, R value we know. If you are substituting here, we are getting 3818.13 kilovolt. So efficiency is nothing but power delivered divided by power delivered plus losses. So losses we are getting 3818.13. So we are getting the transmission efficiency as a 91.76%.